Hey, this is WebJunior1977 here. Back in the Oasis once again, of course. See if we can't get some people in here today. Send out my daily message here. Or not daily message, but you know, the message I usually send out when I go live. See if we can get some people in here. So yeah, so we can get some people in here and ooh, I knew that was gonna fall. Ooh. Anyway, got some stuff going on over here. Oh yeah. But yeah, see what goes on here. So we can get some people up in here and anywho, got some stuff updating over there. Had to change up a little bit here. Change out some stuff a little bit to accommodate for the stream, so had to move my PS4 over that way. But it's all good. Got her in here working good, so just have to move it back when I'm done. And but yeah, get some people in here and see what everybody wants to talk about, and don't really have any new things to show on stream, but talk about whatever. talk about any console you see behind me. I'm going to start doing that again. I'm going to start pulling a console off the shelf. I have to. I know I did the Super Nintendo and the Super Nintendo and the Genesis. Aside from that, I can't remember what else I've done. What else I've done. So I'm going to have to go back and fish through videos. It's going to take a while to do because there's so many damn videos. And see which videos I've done of which consoles, and make sure I do some sort of review on the ones that I haven't done yet. I might go ahead and do the Virtual Boy coming soon, just because I'm pretty sure I haven't done one of those before. So how I obtained it and the circumstances surrounding that and the different it's a pretty interesting story, actually. So I'll have to share that with you. I also might do the Power Glove. Like I've said before, I've got everything for the Power Glove to hook up, but it's functional. But you know, anybody that's ever used the Power Glove can tell you that it's shoddy at best. It's not. It doesn't work that well, even when it's actually working. You know what I mean? You don't want to try to compare it to any motion control stuff that we have today, because, well, that would just be stupid. But yeah, it's pretty crappy stuff, to say the least. So it's pretty much the first motion control that I can think of, at least. I can't remember if there was another one, but as far as I know, it's the first motion controlled stuff that's been released. I'd have to look that up, because I'm kind of curious to know whether it is the first. It's certainly the first that I remember. Let's put it that way. The Power Glove, but it didn't work that great. But back in the day, it was state of the art, and of course people were like loving the stuff. I don't know whether, I'm not exactly sure how well it was perceived. I'd have to look that up as well. Maybe I'll look that up while I'm waiting. Let's see. Shit. I'm going to look up and see. Okay, so it says the Power Glove sold nearly 1 million units. However, it generally received an extremely poor reception because the controls for the glove were incredibly obtuse. Yeah. Making it completely impractical for almost every game on the console. So that's basically what I said. It's crap. They're calling it that it got poor reception and incredibly obtuse, and the controls just were crap. I mean, it was a really awesome concept, and I just like having the Power Glove back there. You know what I mean? In the background, showing up for a background more than anything else, because I would never hook it up and try to play it just because, yeah, it sucks. But give me 1 second here. Ugh. Give me 1 second here. Anybody just coming in, we were just talking about the NES Power Glove and how well crappy it was. It's not wasn't well received just because I said at the time it didn't have the controls were crap. So I mean it's but anyway, this thing seems to work anyway, so that's a good thing. So load off my mind on that. So anyway, let me close this crap up here. And yeah. Stupid thing won't. But anyway, we're talking about the NES Power Glove. Maybe I'll get it out one of these days and just kind of show it to the camera. But do like a review on it kind of deal and show what all comes with it and all of that fun stuff. But don't really want to do that just now. It's because I'd have to dig out all the stuff, and yeah, you know how digging out all that crap can be. But I definitely want to do that, and I definitely want to do the Virtual Boy, which is another console that didn't really take off very well either. It actually was giving people like vertigo and stuff like that. I really didn't see why it was exactly. I've actually played it quite a bit now since I've had it, and I mean, I guess it depends on the person, I imagine. If you already have troubles with stuff like that, you're probably gonna be more susceptible to it, obviously. So I mean, you kind of have to take that stuff with a grain of salt and figure that not everybody's gonna experience those type of things. You know what I mean? So it's basically different for everybody. Just like medication, like the side effects of medication. It's similar to that. I mean, it's like different people have different side effects. You might have a side effect to a certain medication that someone else doesn't have, just because you're different, your body functions different, stuff like that. So, but I'd never had any trouble with the Virtual Boy, as far as getting any kind of vertigo or any kind of sick, getting sick or anything like that. But I'm going to look up a little info on that as well real quick. Let me just, how many NES Virtual Boys were sold?
770,000, according to some information
Yeah,
on
see,
Wikipedia.
there only 770,000 Virtual Boys were sold. That's that might have been a decent amount at the time, but probably not even at the time, because like the NES and the Super NES, they sold millions of, you know what I mean, sold millions of copies of, millions of consoles, whereas the Virtual Boy sold 770,000. That's like nothing, you know what I mean? It just wasn't well received either. Like I said, people always complain. People would complain about getting sick and all this kind of stuff. And I personally didn't have a Virtual Boy when I was a kid. Um, I I never really. I mean, I might have saw pictures of one or something, but I don't ever remember seeing an actual Virtual Boy as a kid. So it's cool to have that in my collection. I did have the NES Power Glove as a kid, but this isn't the same one. Um, but I did have the NES Power Glove as a kid, and even when it first came out, like I said, it was state of the art, but it sucked. You know what I mean? Basically, it wasn't that great, but it was definitely a good concept. Though. I mean, I think that opened some doors for other stuff, but I think there is a virtual reality uh, headset for the Switch. I don't know how well it does, but I heard it isn't great. But I don't always uh, just believe in what I hear. You gotta try them out for yourself sometimes, unless have a friend that has very similar interest as you, and you would know, if this person doesn't like it, I'm probably not going to either, kind of deal. But for the most part, you got to check it out yourself, because some people might say, "Oh, that was garbage," and other people might say, "Oh, it was great," and you know, you may or may not like it. So it's the way it goes. So, but there's been a bunch of consoles like that over the years. It just didn't go well. You know what I mean? But more often than not, there was, you know, especially Nintendo, they did well for themselves. That's the only two things I could think of, is the Power Glove and the Virtual Boy was the only two things I could think of that wasn't really a hit. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like the Super Nintendo, it went crazy. They made the two models of it. Eventually, they made that little smaller model I have, and I mean, it was great. Like, it couldn't have been any better, you know. But I don't know what Nintendo's doing right now, but a lot of people say, "Oh, they need to come out with another console." I mean, I guess they are kind of due for one, but the Switch is pretty cool. It's still cool to this day. You know what I mean? It might technically be outdated, but it's, you know, they're still going with it, and like Jesse said in his last stream, you'll be hard pressed to find a Nintendo product that has a lot of glitches in it nowadays. Like, they take their time and come out with stuff, which is why they've had the Switch for so long. they'll eventually come out with another console, but they're working on it. You know what I mean? They're making sure that all the bugs are out of it and that you're not going to be left with a freaking mess. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we'll just be like Sony and Xbox and just pump out game consoles, whether they're done or whether they're not done, and of course you're going to be, you as the consumer are going to be screwed if it breaks or has software issues or disk tray issues, anything like that. You just don't know. I mean, when they just come out with, when they just pop out, consoles, then, you just never know. But for the most part, Sony and Xbox have their shit together. Like, they don't, at least it's not like an Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty where they just pump out another one every year or something. I better shut up, because now they'll get we'll just come out with a new console. Nah. It just, you get tired of that after a while, you know what I mean? Like the Assassin's Creed, I've kept up with the Assassin's Creed games for a while, but they just keep pumping them out, you know what I mean? And you don't want them to do that to hardware, because that's even worse. If they make a crappy game that's glitchy, that's not bad. But if they make an actual console that doesn't want to run right, then you got some problems. Then you got hardware problems instead of, you just don't know, you just might screw up your console and it just never works again for anything. So it's good when they take their time, you know what I mean, and come up with something new, something, when they come up with something new, that it's not a rushed project. Look, we got 5 years to get this done, we're going to try to do it in 2 and just try to make more money. And a lot of companies do that. They try to get it out quicker, and the quicker they get it out, the more money they can make. And it doesn't work well for them sometimes. So, I mean, I was surprised that the Walmart that I mostly go to now has PS5s. I was surprised. They have the standalone, just core model PlayStation 5 with the disc drive, and they have the one that's bundled with, I was going to say Thor Ragnarok, God of War Ragnarok, which is pretty awesome. I mean, the last 3 times I went there, they've had them, so I'm like, geez, they're actually going to be in stores now. That's crazy, after all, 2 years? They come out in November or something come out in 2020. So, yeah, crazy. It's hard to believe that the PS5 is already that far into its life cycle, you know what I mean? And they're just now trickling down into stores and stuff. They're just now starting to sell them. It's crazy to think, but as I remember, the funniest thing is I remember my wife, when I bought mine, she said, you can get it. She said, but now if a month later they're in stores, I'm going to kick your ass. I'm like, they won't be. And boy, was I ever right. I wasn't 100% sure, of course, when I said it, but boy, was I ever right. Mark that down on the calendar, 2 years. It's crazy. Any console takes 2 years to be able to get. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Before they even come out in stores, they would, I remember watching like an auction, knowing that I wouldn't, be able to outbid anybody or anything for the PS5. I just want to see, number one, how much they're going for and how quick they're going. And then I saw The stores come out with them. I guess like a Walmart and a Best Buy and stuff like that. Target, I think, or whatever. I can't remember which one it was, but you saw where it started, where they were selling them, and then it wasn't 5 minutes. Every one of them were sold. It was nuts. Like, I literally saw it go on, and 5 minutes later they were done. They were gone. It's crazy. So, I mean, I've heard there's people that have like freaking things on their phone to where it'll detect if PlayStation 5 becomes available, and it automatically order without them even touching their phone. Like, jeez. These people must have a lot of money to be doing that. That's crazy. Just buy up them all and try to resell them. That's crazy money racket. To, like, when they buy them and try to sell them for 3 times, 4 times what they're worth. It's ridiculous, but it really is. But yeah, figured I'd go to an hour, hour and a half, something like that. If anybody comes in, feel free to check out anything in the background if you want to see anything a little closer. Because I know that a lot of it you can't really see that well, just because it's at a distance and the camera's crap, and there's just so many variables that. But yeah, I figured I'd try to do a little something today. So, yeah, early morning, late night, early morning. In this case, early morning. And get in there and get a little rest. And I don't like sleeping in too late on the weekends, just because, like, your weekend goes fast enough as it is. You know what I mean? It's crazy how fast it really goes. So it's like, why make it go faster by sleeping in? You wake up, there's already freaking noon or something. No thanks. That would suck. Wake up at noon and then you're like, well, now we're on the downhill trot already. Jeez. Crazy. I remember waking up at like 6 or 7 or something. My wife's like, well, why don't you sleep in? I was like, what are you talking about? I used to get at 4 o'clock. I just sleep in for me. It's exactly what that is for me. But, it's like you want to get your rest, but yet you don't want to sleep in because, you know what I mean, you have less weekend. Can't win from losing, it seems like, half the time. But then you get to work on Monday and you swipe your badge and time just goes to a crawl. Just like that. Clock out, time speeds back up. It's crazy. Hey, what's up, Mr. Todd Jumper? How's it going, brother? Great to see you on, brother. Hope all is going well. Figured I'd come on here and shoot the shit a little bit and multitasking, huh? I do that from time to time myself. It's like you got, you know, multiple things to do and like just end up doing them at the same time, basically. I think we all do that to a certain extent, honestly, but. Or at least try to do that. You know how that works sometimes. I'll be playing a video game or like Conan Exiles or something and try to get caught up on wrestling and stuff, and then I'm like, shit, I missed that. What the hell happened? I have to rewind it. Then half time I miss it again. I'm like, damn it now. I'm going to stop with my game for a minute so I can see what the hell I missed. Sometimes you just have to slow down a little bit and smell the coffee, I guess. Yeah, brother. Glad you could stop in. Again, I didn't want to put like, you know, 60 minutes in the Oasis and then only be able to go for, and then end up coming in here and spending 15 minutes to 20 minutes before anyone comes in, you know what I mean? I hate that. Bud Light pretty cheap right now. Cheaper than gas, isn't it? Actually, it might be more expensive than gas, honestly, but got my brother-in-law and my sister down here for a little while staying with us. My brother-in-law, he's been wanting to do a stream with me, a live stream, so maybe I'll get him in here soon. Yeah. That's a good damn question, right? I would think a gallon of beer's gonna be more than, you know, a gallon of gas. I would certainly think so. Especially if you go to a bar, definitely. Or a ball game or something. It's funny because my dad told me, he goes, we went to ball games. He said, just remember, son, he said, just don't rob a drunk man coming out of a ball game. He said, because he ain't got any money. Unless he snuck his beer in, he said, if he was buying him $7, $8 beers, he said he ain't got no money. If he bought enough of them, get drunk. Like, yeah, you got a point there. It's weird though because the gas prices, and I understand, you know what I mean, why they're different in different regions and stuff like that, counties and states and stuff, but it's weird when you go to another state and they're like 30, 40 cents cheaper or more expensive, or you know what I mean. It's like, what in the world? Kind of makes you wonder how they can sell it for, sell it for less, but if anything, PA should be selling their gas cheaper than Maryland. There's a lot more population in PA. Freaking Pennsylvania's like 3 or 4 times bigger than the United States. Pennsylvania's 3 or 4 times bigger than Maryland, you know what I mean? So naturally you'd think there's more people driving in it. But more people driving in it means more people buying gas, you know what I mean? So, which PA does have a lower sales tax, or a higher sales tax. PA actually has a higher sales tax than Maryland, but Maryland has a higher cost of living, higher property tax by a long shot. So figure that out, right? Get it coming and going. You know what I mean? Damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of scenario. Cool, hell yeah. I hope you can find some use for that capture card thing. They actually had a decent rating on them things. Like I was surprised. Like as cheap as it. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it was for as far as the capture card is concerned. Yeah. Oh, cause what's that? What's that, John? Mr. Prime John 1. Make sure you go check him out and subscribe. Also, Todd Jumper. Pretty sure both of those are will be in the description below after this video has been uploaded. Oh, okay. Hope you tested. Oh, I see. Want to rearrange my computer. I see. Yeah, I know how it is. You got to rearrange once in a while and move stuff around. And if, either to make room or just, to have a fresh, start kind of deal to, just have a change, you know what I mean? Moving stuff around sometimes. But yeah, hopefully it works great for you, brother. And if not, don't feel bad that I sent it because it wasn't a lot of money. I mean, it was decent. Figured, if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't, I saw them in there looking for something, but I can't remember what it was. And saw those. I was ringing stuff up, and I looked over and saw them. And I was like, damn it, I should have got one of those. So made sure to make a special trip to go get you one, brother. Really isn't that far away though. So I mean, it's maybe a 25-minute drive or something like that. Not bad. To go get that. But I'm not sure if I'll need one or not, but if I do, once I figure out how that works for you, I'll figure out whether I want to get one of those or not. But I don't know if I'll be doing if I would have much use for one of those little things or not. But like I said, my gaming PC has two, and if you plug it into one, it will not come through the TV set. It almost has to be an in. So I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. I hear them revving up the background. Stuff drives you nuts after a while, Question your insanity. But yeah, about 20 minutes and we'll be into an hour already. It seems like it don't take long at all to. No sooner, than I hit the start broadcasting thing. It boom, 10 minutes, 20 minutes went past that. Now it's 40 minutes. Like, jeez. But yeah. Yeah, I got my cords all strung out here. Just to make this work. I'll take a picture of it and send to you, Todd. But, oh, there's like a fan coming from over there now. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I get you, brother, for sure. Seems like when you're doing this, all of them come in, you know what I mean? Especially when you're person streaming, you hear like a bing, bing, bing coming crazy. Like, really? Now you're deciding to send me my So yeah, but oh, I do have this. Do have one thing. I think I've already showed this one, but I had controller stick drift on my PlayStation 5. I sprayed some of this in there. I couldn't really get down real good because the controller's pretty sealed up. I took that one little cover off and got down a little ways, but it just wouldn't go as far as I wanted it to. But it went far enough to fit. I mean, I fixed the problem, so cheaper. That thing's like, I don't know, 12 to 14 bucks a can. It's expensive, but it's gonna last me a while, and it's cheaper than buying a new $70 controller. So you know how that goes. So heck with that. So. Oh heck, let me take a. Yeah, I'll probably go to an hour and a half on this one. As always, I definitely appreciate everybody stopping out and all that good stuff. Does mean a lot. But yeah, definitely means a lot for people to show up and people to watch it later too. Like I was saying before, You know, a lot of you can't, just stop in all the time and getting busy with stuff, and I understand that completely. Like, life is, you know, a busy time, most people are busy all the time, it seems like. Seems like you never get breaks sometimes. And whether you're caring for your loved ones or, working or, a little bit of both. It just, you just can't get into every live stream, and I understand that. But that's why I do, shorter videos. I don't try not to do a long, unless it's a giveaway video. I really don't have any choice for that. But try to do short videos that people are gonna want to watch, at least most of, not a crazy long, you know. But yeah, trying to think of some new ideas for videos. It's always difficult to do, but you have to figure out something to do, different videos to upload, and maybe some, like I said, I definitely want to do the different consoles and stuff that I know I haven't done yet. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Oh, you're welcome, brother, and I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I'm kind of getting a little tired myself, brother. I'll be jumping off pretty soon myself, so appreciate you stopping in. It means a lot, so for sure. I'll talk to you tomorrow sometime. I might just go an hour with this. I don't know, we'll see. But just over an hour or something. I don't really need to call it 60 minutes in the Oasis, you know what I mean? Because I just, from one time to the next, I'm not sure how long it's going to go. So it doesn't, it's fine. It'll be all good, for sure. But, just got done tearing down some consoles. I got my new little magnet tray thing to divide all my stuff up with. So it's like twice as big as the one I had, so pretty good. I mean, I can use them both. I'm not gonna throw the other one away or nothing. That'd be just stupid. But I'll show you here what I'm talking about. These are a must-have for somebody that's gonna be like tearing game consoles or whatever apart. Here's my old one. Just a simple one magnet on the back of it. You just throw your little bolts and stuff in there, and you can separate them to a point, in there. But then I got this one, so I could separate, even two. I might actually get a little divider and put it in there, so it's somewhat divided into two different compartments for different length bolts, because a lot of the consoles, especially, they have different length bolts because they got to reach a different depth into the console depending on which side of the console it's on, you know what I mean? So you just got to remember, put that long one back where the long one goes and the short one back where the short one goes. You try to put the short one where the long one goes, it wouldn't be as bad, but you try to start driving that long one in where the short one goes, you're going to cause some problems. I know my brother, for instance, I don't think that was the issue with what he did, but he brought me a PlayStation 2 one time, and he's like, so this dang thing was working. He said, now it won't even, the lights won't work, and it won't eject, the power won't work, and it won't eject or nothing. I'm like, really? Or power worked and it wouldn't eject. I can't remember, but so I opened it up, and sure enough, here was the ribbon cable from the little power button. Got like wedged a little bit where a bolt would go down through, and he drove the bolt right down through the wire. So after I replaced that little mini ribbon cable on that thing, it worked great. So I'm thinking it was probably something he did. He probably tore it apart, or he got someone to do it. Tore it apart and had to, clean it or whatever, and put it back together and put a bolt right through the ribbon cable. And like, had a hole right through that baby. I'm like, geez. It's like, it sucked, but at the same time, it was good because, I'm thinking if that's the only thing wrong with it, good, he's good to go now. And it was the only thing wrong with it, so. That's what you call an easy fix. You know what I mean? Not what in the hell's causing it, stinks. Really does. You gotta try to figure out what's going on, and yeah. But then again, I guess that's part of it. So part of the experience. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll probably jump off here in an hour. 52 right now. So, like I said, I appreciate everybody stopping in. Make sure you check out all the links in the description below after this video has been uploaded. I do have a description, but programmed into my PS5 to automatically put up there. But I still have to put in all the links for all the different YouTubers, and there's a couple Twitch accounts as well. So make sure you check all them people out, and they greatly deserve it for sure. Again, I'm gonna check my subscribers here and see where I'm at basically on. Okay, I'm at 525 right now, so 25 more for all you mathematicians out there. 25 more subscribers make 550. So, and at that point I'll be doing a giveaway. So to thank everyone, everyone that supports the channel. Try to give back something, you know what I mean? So you're watching out for that. It might not be long, and it might be quick, who knows, but just never know about these things. So but don't think there's any other console at the time I want to talk about. I do want to actually get them down off the shelf and start doing little reviews and stuff on them, and I think that'd be fun to say a little bit about it and stuff. And but anyway, that'll just about wrap it up here for this evening. Or this morning, I guess, technically. But, so I think if there's any other thing I want to talk about, I don't think there is, but if you're tuning in, just tune in. If you got a topic you want to talk about or a comment you want to make, please feel free to do so. And move some stuff over here. Alrighty. But yeah, the let's see. I don't know if this. Let's see. I did find this. It must have fell. Can't remember exactly where I had it hanging at, but there's the back of it. I'm not sure exactly how well the shoddy freaking camera's gonna work. And then here's the, the back kind of just looks like an old coin or something. Then the front of it's got the Assassin's Creed logo. It's pretty neat. Can't remember exactly what Assassin's Creed I got this with. One, it would say it was one of the earlier ones, just because it's been a while since I've done anything with Assassin's Creed. I've been kind of turning down those games because, like I said earlier, they pump one out every year if they could. Sometimes they do, but just never know. But yeah, judging by that yawn, I'm definitely going to be jumping off here at an hour's time, and let's see. Oops. Oh. My couch and my computer chair are too damn comfortable. So what ends up happening is you end up trying to fall asleep. Yeah, right? I mean... But, yeah. I'll sign off here in a little bit and get this chaos here, straightened out here over here. It looks like chaos, but it really isn't that difficult to fix. But just kind of had to rig stuff up just to make sure that it would reach and everything, and I could do my stream. So but yeah, get my controller here. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, I'll meet you right back here in the Oasis.